welcome back to another episode of Cabin Crew Simulator here on Roblox, where today I'm talking about 10 features that I would love to see in a future update in the game. Now, before we get into it, guys, I'm going to say right now, if you do agree, disagree, or have your own ideas of what you would like to see in the game, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sure the developers are watching right now, writing down on a notepad all these ideas, so you might have your voice heard. So, coming in at number 10, it's pretty much a meme at this point. New planes. Now, when I say new planes, at this point, it's becoming pretty much a bit of a meme. We obviously know your boy wants a Concorde right now, but listen, when I say new planes, I don't just mean planes that currently kind of exist now. And yes, I would like a Concorde, but what I think would be great is not just having planes that exist now. I think the developers should add kind of decommissioned planes. Historic planes. And when I mean historic, I don't mean like World War II fighters. I just mean like maybe the early variations of commercial airlines or commercial planes that no longer exist. They've been decommissioned, just like, you know, special ones like a Concorde. Listen, I know it's a meme, guys, I get it, but just deal with it, okay? Because it'd be kind of cool to fly these type of planes, build historic airlines, which is something that I would really love to do. I would like to create the older style liveries on the older style planes and kind of fly and role play as if I'm back in the 80s or 70s. I've never been there because I'm so young. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, what I want in the comment section down below is, apart from the Concorde, okay, we get it, what planes would you like to see? Not modern planes, but older planes. That's something that I would really like the developers to add in. Maybe some type of special event where we get to fly older planes. Let me know in the comment section what you would like. So, coming in at number 9 is brand new destinations. So, recently we've been treated to some new destinations. We've had, in recent updates, Australia. They also implemented Paris. And while I do understand implementing the new destination is quite a lot of work for the developers because they got to build a whole new airport and they're going to make sure everything all works within that new airport. I completely get it. But some of the destinations for me do feel a little bit random. And I feel like they are missing some very, very important destinations. Now, when you go to create a flight and you pick a plane, you get the destination screen. It feels kind of random. Like, I get New York, very busy, very important. Seattle, I don't understand, okay? I mean, I suppose it's just because where I am in the world right now. I would love to see bigger destinations. Now, obviously, I'm going to say I would love the UK. For some reason, the United Kingdom does not exist on this world map. What are you doing, devs? Yo, you just hating on the British right now? Just joking. But I would love to see London Heathrow. Very, very busy, important airport. I would love to see Dubai. That would be a crazy airport as well. I would love to see like really crazy. I mean, even if they did more regional airlines within their own country, Atlanta or Miami could be really good. Having an airport in South America or even in Africa would be pretty sweet as well. Or what if the developers implemented fun little airports? The local airport is out the question because you can't land an A380 there, but airports that have really tricky approaches, so visually you can enjoy the landing on arrival. But me personally, there's 3 airports that I would pick from. London Heathrow, the Dubai airport, or maybe it's a toss-up between the Miami airport or the Atlanta airport. But if you got any ideas what airports that you would love, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. But we need more destinations. One destination that the developers can delete, this destination. Get rid of it. We don't need it. And coming in at number 8 is brand new missions. Now, in the game, we have a bunch of missions, but there's not that many. And once you complete them, they're pretty much done. But I kind of would like a little bit of a change to this, right? I have a few ideas. As well as having new missions in general, what the developers should do is they should create more kind of things revolving around the events or make weekly missions, daily missions, or even monthly missions where within this allotted time, do this mission and you get double the payout. Give us the ability to replay the missions. So I've done the mission, say this suitcase retriever right now paid $100. Let's just say that, for example. I've completed it, got my $100. I could replay it, but only get half the money. That adds some replay value to the mission. Or in the events, have it where we have a monthly, a weekly, or even a daily mission where you get 2 times the amount if you do that mission within that allotted time. So it would say daily mission, suitcase retrieval, get $200 if you complete it within the next 24 hours. Gives missions more replayable features, as well as the ability then to add more in, because we now have more reason to do missions. And there's so many things we could add to it to make it really crazy. We have like the Need for Speed right now, which kind of gets to places as quick as possible. It would be kind of cool to, like, you know, just do additional things. So, yo, devs, more missions. But more importantly, create timed events. Give us the ability to replay the missions, because I really enjoyed them. I thought this was a great feature, and it's a shame that I've now done it. I never get to experience it ever again. So replay missions, limited time event missions. You could do limited time event for the same missions. You guys agree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And coming in at number 7 is brand new achievements. So continue on from all the previous little bits and bobs that I would like. It's all stuff that kind of extends on what we currently have in the game. And one of those things is achievements. Now, if you're someone like me, I really do like collecting achievements. I've like playing Xbox for like, you know, so many years. And one of the things I love doing is kind of gaining achievements and getting gamer score. And this game does a really good job of giving you the ability to have achievements. Now, the only downside is, right, you complete these achievements, it ranks up, and at a certain percentage, you get a new rank. Now, I feel like what they should do with this, they should make it worthwhile to make people achievement hunt, is each rank should maybe give you like a small boost in bonus. Maybe the first rank gives you 1% more cash earnings, and so on and so on. You get what I mean? Give us something more for having these ranks. But I feel like they should add more achievements in. I feel like the ones that we got right now are amazing, but I'm not far off completing them all. Some of them are going to take me longer than others, like 100% landing score and 4,000 flights. But I feel like we should have like achievements for like owning all the planes, stuff like that. Maybe doing a certain disaster so many times, or kind of, you know, throwing a baby at the window so many times. Just joking, but you know what I mean. I feel like they could be more spread out. Give us more. I like achievement hunting. It makes me play the game longer if I've got to try and grind out achievements. Also, give us more grindy achievements. Like, these are fine. Serve 1,000 passengers, 10,000 passengers, 4,000 flights. I get it. But give us something long, like do 50 water landings. That's crazy. You know how crazy that is? But I love grindy stuff. I like to see my progress just slowly happen over time. So, more achievements. If you could add your own achievement, what achievement would you add? Comment section right now. So now we move away from additional content to new features, and coming in number 6, I've talked about this in the past, passenger mode. Now, I've previously done a dedicated video on this, on passenger mode, and I feel like this would be an amazing feature that we, the developers, could implement in the game. I almost said we, like I'm doing something, I'm not doing anything. So basically, right, this is good for players like me, or just players in general, who have a ton of cash in the game. I've got 1.1 million Skybucks, and I can't really spend it. Now, what would be great is, while, you know, people are creating flights, imagine someone creates a flight and a little pop-up comes on the screen right now to me, a player who is not currently doing a flight, to say, your boy Steve has just created a flight. Would you like to pay 500 big ones to buy a ticket? And I go, yes. And now all of a sudden I'm being told to go and board at gate 5. So as a passenger, I can now run. I spent 500 big ones to get on the plane. I got a board at gate 5, sit in my seat and wait to be called onto the plane. I then, once called, go through security or whatever, get on the plane, sit on the plane, and I can just sit there for the entirety of the flight. It allows me, one, to travel to a different destination to then create a flight. Very much like how they implemented them teleporters, but I feel like this will be like the teleporter situation, but an actual role play. It gives you the ability to fly on your friend's flight without having to do any work, and I can sit there and I just wait. I sit there and wait. I might have a few options. They could even implement a game pass where I could be a disruptive passenger in passenger mode, and I could, like, you know, have to get restrained. I could pull the windows down. I could not put my seatbelts on. So when you're sitting there, You got to put your seatbelts on. You could choose to put them on yourself, or you could wait for the player to come and do it for you. When it comes to food and drink, you can request your drinks and food, and the player will give it to you because you're the passenger. You give them the trash, you get landed, and then you get off and walk off, and then you're at your destination. I feel like you would add an additional feature, a layer to it, because sometimes, I know this is a cabin crew simulator, but sometimes cabin crew do travel on planes to get to another airport to do their job. That does happen. Same with pilots, which means they do become passengers. It will just be a fun way to spend your money, and it will be a fun way for players to earn extra money by selling an expensive ticket to their friends. So I think passenger mode will be a great addition. If you guys agree about this, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you do like this idea, how would you expand upon it? Remember, you got to keep it simple, nothing too crazy, because this is a cabin crew simulator game. But I think passenger mode would be a great thing so you can roleplay and enjoy flights and travel to other destinations with your friends. And coming in at number 5 is bonus multi-leg flights. What does that mean? I'll explain now. So when you complete a multi-leg flight, or when you create one, let's say I created one right now and I flew to 2 different destinations. There you go. We fly, we fly. Great. Now, the great thing about this is when you fly over to your next destination and then you onboard, the passengers are waiting there for you to then go to your next destination. Now, let's be honest, guys. How many of us actually utilize multi-leg flights? Let's be honest. How many of us do? I'll be honest with you right now. I never do. So I feel like the developers should give us a little bit more an incentive to do multi-leg flights. One, for the developers, it keeps us players in the game longer. And we all know developers like us playing their games for longer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So giving us additional bonuses, multi-leg flights. Now, what could that mean? It could mean that we get maybe a 1.1 times boost for multi-leg flight, maybe a 10% increase in cash bonus for doing a multi-leg flight. Because by doing it, you are missing out. Well, you actually, by not doing a multi-leg flight, you're missing out on all the little cool features the developers have added in, like cabin cleaning. You don't get to see that, which means you don't get to train up your cabin cleaning staff. Because people don't do multi-leg flights because there's no need to. Now, we don't do it now because we now fly to a destination. We don't know what the demand is going to be to the next destination. So I'd rather not do multi-leg because I know my plane might be not as busy on the second flight. Well, if the developers are saying to me, yo, Seniac, if you do a multi-leg flight, and by doing it, you're going to get a 10% bonus on your second flight because you did a multi-leg, I'm going to do it. Which means I play the game longer. Now, what bonuses would you guys want from a multi-leg flight? I feel like they should add more in to you know, just to kind of give us something, because it's a heavily underutilized feature. I don't use it, but I would do if there was some additional benefits on the line. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And coming in at number 4 is better double jetway boarding. Right, this is a good one. Now, what do I mean by better double jetway boarding? Well, let me explain right now how it currently works. You can see here, I have an A380. I'm ready to board right now, and I have first class. Hold on. First class, business, and economy all ready to go on. We have double jetways, which means we can utilize 2 entrances on the plane. Now, basically, on the A380, the left one is for downstairs and the right one is for upstairs. Okay, so obviously they go in wherever they're boarding, that's the direction they go. But I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this here, the double queuing system. Now, if I start the first class boarding and I can start business at the same time, you can see that first class goes on the one side, business goes on the other side, and they utilize double lines, okay? Great, perfect, absolutely love this, okay? I absolutely love this. But my issue becomes when you board economy, or if you're just boarding one single class on its own. Now, when you board a single class, what happens is they only utilize one line. So as you can see right now, my first class are all on the plane, but business will only utilize that one lane. It will be so much quicker if we could get them to utilize both lanes, if free, or just utilize both lanes in general. I'm not sure how the developers have kind of programmed this in their queuing system and what determines how passengers go and how they line up, but I'm sure they could check, you know, what the shortest queue is as the passenger walks up and then takes that queue. And then, but obviously it all determines on how the logic is with their left and right situation. But you can see right now, it's just pure business getting on the plane. Now, if I board economy, economy is only going to use the one side as well, which is going to be the left-hand side. It'll be so good if we can utilize both. Once business has finished boarding, there'll be nobody using the right-hand side. I would like them to have better boarding, please. It is not a feature, it's a must. I would like to board my planes quicker. Now, I know they did add the ability to upgrade your gate agent, but it's kind of not pointless, but it's kind of like, well, you could have made it twice as quick if you got them to utilize both lanes. So before you know it right now, business is going to run out, right? 92, 94, hold on, 93. Is that the last one getting on? Right, that is the last business person right now. So now I've got to wait for more economy to get on the plane. And if I had a maxed out economy plane, this is where it really gets me. If I had a maxed out economy plane, I've got to sit through 400 passengers, single lining. No matter if they're turning left or right, they single file. Allow us to use double. If it's free, allow us to use it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Not a feature, that was just kind of a little bit like a rant. And coming in at number 3 is delayed passengers. So right now, when we fly in our planes, all the events happen within the plane. I would like to see an event that happens outside of the plane. And what I mean by that is we have like our babies crying, our pets getting lost, disruptive passengers. What happens if I've just boarded this A380 right now, and you can see that all the passengers are now on board. But what if it said, right, economy boarded, it says I got 102 passengers, but what if it said I only had 100 passengers out of 102, meaning I'm missing 2 passengers? So we would have to make a call here for a final announcement in the airport for them 2 passengers to get here. Now, if they don't get on the plane, obviously it's bad because it's delaying us. I can't take off in time, which means I'm going to lose my on-time bonus. But what we could do, we could have 2 options. We could make a final call, waiting for the passengers to then spawn in and walk all the way down and get on the plane, right? And then we fly, we are delayed. Or we could have the option to ding dong, find a passenger, get on the boarding. And now, once I've done the ding dong, I've now triggered the passengers to walk. But what I could do is I could run up and just close the doors. I could close the doors right now and then fly, meaning I didn't have all the passengers on the plane. I get my on-time bonus, but I lose money for not having those extra passengers on the plane. So you could either wait for them, lose your on-time bonus, they get on the plane, or not wait for them, fly off, you're not delayed, you get your on-time bonus, but then the negative side is you didn't carry all the passengers, so you lose a little bit of money. Delayed passengers would add an extra little bit of zing to boarding passengers, and you're always going to be wondering, I'm watching this, are they on? Wait, are they on? Is this the last passengers? Wait, there's 2 missing. Bing bong, can you folks hurry up? Delayed passengers would add quite a nice little event. And it would also kind of work really well with the MultiLeg too. So, yeah. What do you guys reckon? Comment section down below. And coming in at number 2 is player moods. Now, this one can be quite controversial in the fact that it's something that could put a lot of players off playing the game. And that's by having moods. Now, I'm always going to reference back to Bloxburg on this one. In Bloxburg, you have player moods, and when they get so low, you've got to kind of sort them out. Now, what I'm proposing from the get-go is to have player moods. It could either be stamina, it could be tiredness, whatever it may be, right? But what it does is when your player gets tired, they need to rest. And this gives us the ability to utilize all the hotels in the airport. Be honest, guys, when's the last time you went to a hotel in the airport? And what's crazy is Robloxia is the only airport right now that doesn't have a hotel. So imagine you have a tiredness bar, and after about 5 flights, your dude's now tired, which means he can no longer do the next flight until he takes a rest. Meaning you have to go to your nearest hotel in whatever airport you're in, buy a hotel room, spend some cash, go to sleep, wake up, and then you're good to go for another 4 or 5 flights. Obviously, the bigger the plane, the more energy it consumes before you need to rest again. Now, it adds a little bit of realism, a little bit of role-playing thrown into it. 2, it gives us the ability to utilize the hotels. We don't use them. They are quite pointless. I'm not sure what stats you would need to add, though. There's tiredness. use the bed. I don't know if hygiene would be one. Maybe it could be if you smell on the plane. Passengers don't like it. Who knows? Who knows? I don't think bladder needs to be one because I think that's too far. I think tiredness would be a great feature, but I'm very, very well aware this can put a lot of players off. Now, what I think they should do, if they was to implement moods, right, you could go into gameplay, and just like how you can turn off turbulence, you can turn off disruptive passengers, give us the setting to turn off moods. If I don't want it, don't enable it. I think what they should do is that they should add it, but disable it by default. So it doesn't discourage new players, but existing players, if they want that extra level of realism, enable moods, meaning we have to always go to a hotel after so many flights. But that also does mean Roblox here would also need a hotel. So I'm not sure where they would implement it. Maybe the Sky Lounge can be replaced by a hotel, because let's be honest, no one uses the Sky Lounge. Nobody. So, I don't know. Would you like moods? I think it would need to be a feature that you can turn on and off. But I would really like it. It would make me utilize the hotels a bit more, going to get some rest. And it would also make me spend more money. I have 1.1 million and I cannot spend it. So give me some things to spend my money on, like premium hotel rooms, so I can sleep. Appreciate it. And coming in at number 1 is better alliances. Now, we've recently had an update where they've included this brand new feature called alliances, which allows you to create an alliance. If I go back real quick, you can join alliances, you can create your own alliances, there's leaderboards. It's pretty good. It's really enjoyable. It's a nice little feature. Now, it's been out for a few weeks and it was a really good novelty. And it's kind of started to die off a bit. Not many people are really paying attention to it no more. And I feel like the developers are kind of, I understand it. They've kind of capped what you can do because I feel like they're trying to understand what alliances can be and what they're going to be in the future. But I have a few ways in which I can improve it. Now, I don't think I can cover everything in this video. If you want to see a separate dedicated video where I talk about what I would do to alliances, let me know in the comment section down below. But a few small little tweaks that could make the experience a little bit better right now is I would, and I don't know how I feel about this myself. That is the limit to how many players can join an alliance. Now, I'm going to say this for two reasons, right? I'm a player that likes equality. I know people like to have a lot of fun by going, yeah, we're beating the fools there. Yeah, amazing. I don't mind that. It's pretty cool to see how much people are grinding stuff out to make sure that Fool's Air does not get number 1. But I would like to see a higher player count on alliances. Now, me personally, it would be cool to have unlimited, but if we had unlimited, I already know how this is going to happen. Everyone's going to join the Fool's Air Alliance. It's going to go number 1. It is what it is. Shipping lanes is the perfect example. In that game, you can create companies and they have unlimited player counts. And I feel like my shipping company has twice the amount of players as second place. It's crazy. It's unfair. And I agree. That's why I do like a little bit of equality. So for me personally, I don't think they should implement unlimited because that just will not be fair for anybody. Someone like me can just come in and just ruin the game. So I feel like it should be a little bit higher though. 50 is great. Maybe 100, 200. I don't know what the limit would be. I feel like they should double it to begin with and then see what happens. I think that would be great. That just allows more people to join. Because me personally, obviously I have a lot of subscribers, a lot of people who want to fly in the Fool's Air and they can't. So what you then tend to start seeing is people creating duplicate alliances. Now, you kind of see this more with, I'm not sure which alliance it is. Is it Star Alliance? I'm sure I've seen multiple Star Alliances, but then the other Star Alliances have then had to rename themselves. So you start to see duplicates because not everybody can get into the same one. So bigger ones, bring everyone together. It's pretty cool. Also, you know, everyone can just enjoy it a little bit more. Now, other things I would change is just simple stuff like this here, the player section. The ability to change what it kind of defaults search by. It would be kind of cool to kind of have maybe 2 toggles somewhere where I could filter it to be whoever's at the top has the most flights or the most cash. So I can see at the very bottom, this person's not doing very well. Like Freaks Airline, they're not doing any contribution. Kick. Or have a setting to say that you need to contribute this. No, I don't think that will work every so often. That will be kind of nice, is just to kind of filter it a little bit differently so I can see who's doing the most progression. That would be pretty cool. And also have more leaderboards. It's cool that we have top alliances, but I don't understand what's making them be top, if that makes sense, right? I'm not too sure. I'm trying to find a perfect example. Like this Fame company has 6.7 million. So it's not filtered by cash. So I'm assuming it's filtered by rating. But how does the rating get affected? I'm not sure. More leaderboards. Let me search by alliance with the most cash. Alliance with the best rating. Alliance with the most flights. That's what I would like to see. It gives more alliances more chance to be good in a certain area, because not all alliances have the most cash, but some alliances have more flights than others. So it's like bragging rights. Our alliance has the most cash. Well, our alliance has the most flights. Well, excuse me, our alliance has the best rating. You know, more leaderboards creates more competitiveness, meaning more people fight for the alliance. That's what I like to see. Bigger player limits. Rechange how this filters. More leaderboards. And also, I feel like the benefits are a bit weird. I really do. I get it. They're trying not to give players an advantage. But they are slight advantages, but not in the way that kind of makes the game more of an advantage. I feel like these should be changed. Maybe we get some benefits. Maybe everyone gets a cash boost if we remain at a certain level, or everyone gets a cash boost for reaching a certain level. And even though the company is kind of getting cash, we should be able to spend it. Maybe this is where we buy special planes that can only be flown within the alliance. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about alliances because I have a separate dedicated video that I can make that I would explain everything within. I'm trying not to say too much because I could be here for the next 20 minutes talking about how I could change alliances. So if you want to see how your boy would change alliances, let me know in the comment section down below. But a few simple little tweaks there could make a little bit of a difference. Nice. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my 10 features that I personally would love to see in Cabin Crew Simulator. If you agree with them, disagree, if you've got your own, let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said at the start, the developers could be watching this, and they most likely are. So this is your chance to get your voice heard and for them to maybe implement some of the ideas that myself or you even have. But appreciate you watching. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So goodbye.